Welcome to the Wakefield Doctrine, the Theory of Clarke, Scotts, and Rogers. This is video post number 2 of the 2012 series of Video Fridays, which we do every Friday. Videos we do. Anyway, this is like the third take today, so let's see if we can get a quick video post in here. A couple of changes up in the schedule. Our previously scheduled guest was unable to schedule conflicts, caused a change there. But I thought I'd mention everybody listening here should go over to Claire Peak's website. She's on our blog roll for you guys, you Scott challenged Scotian people. That's the thing to the right. There goes that joke, huh? Anyway, to the right you'll see Claire Peak. She's got something going over on her site that is part of what we were all hoping to see when we started this this whole blog, which is she's a Clarke, and she's up on the doctrine, understands it, and she's using the doctrine in a way as an experiment as it applies to her own personal real life. And she's also an excellent writer, so she's chronicling it in a way that I think everybody will get something out of. So go over there and follow it and do whatever you have to do, because this is how the doctrine is going to develop from here forward. You know about us, progenitors, downsprings. We're the old guard. We understand the doctrine, mostly because everybody's had direct contact with me right from the start. Claire and Molly represent the new generation. And I say it that way because she learned of the doctrine from our well-intended efforts to communicate in writing, meaning the blog. And as a tribute to the doctrine, the fact, to me, the proof of the doctrine's value is that she read what we wrote about the Wakefield Doctrine, has gotten it, as we say, and is using it effectively. She, Claire, and Molly's the same way. She's the new generation. We make a lot of them, not just because of their youthful enthusiasm, nor just because they are taking it directly from the written form, but that they're hearing it a certain way. All of you, people who are listening to this and who are still listening to this video, by definition are probably a fan of the doctrine, and you guys come back every day. We appreciate it, by the way. What separates you from everybody else on the planet currently is that you've got whatever it takes to get this thing at this stage of how we relate it. And that's a long Clarke-like way of saying our writing skills are still developing. So when we want to express something like the doctrine, it takes somebody with, frankly, an exceptional sense of imagination. I use the term flexible intelligence. That's one way of describing what we do. You've got that, or you wouldn't still be here. And you wouldn't still be here if you didn't get the doctrine and how cool it is. But I guess I'm kind of being redundant and repeating myself in saying that this generation of people will, you guys are getting it, but we need to hear from you about how we're shaping the message, because ultimately we want to shape the message in a way that more and more people will get the doctrine, use it for all of the fun and value and utility that it has. So back to Claire. So check out her site, and she's got an interesting experiment going, and it will help all of us, those of us directly involved, and even new readers to watch and see how the doctrine's working. The other thing about Molly and Claire is that they've got questions about the doctrine that help us realize that, oh, we got to explain this part better, we got to emphasize this other part better. That's why we come out with these entreaties to people to give us some comments. So that's all I'll say on that subject. Okay, we're passing a flashing accident. Now, if they had the Wakefield doctrine, they probably wouldn't have gotten into that accident. I'll say that and guarantee that all of you who read the Wakefield doctrine and follow the principles assiduously will not ever get into an automobile accident. How good a doctrine is that? Okay, enough of the levity. I guess we'll keep this one short. We'll shout out to the people who have been busy lately. We see Progenitor Roger has come out of his slumbering in the winter time. He's got a new post. Go over and read that thing. Mel, I think I mentioned in a what do we call them? Posts. I mentioned in a post that Mel is back in town, and he's over there at Barely Teachable, and we all like Mel, and I'll sort of repeat my own writing. One of the things good about Mel, besides just simply being a good writer, is that he demonstrates one of the things, he's a Roger, about how Rogers see the world, and Rogers are basically, one of the things that Rogers do is that they're storytellers. They can tell a good story and they write good. But I've gone so far as to tell people that I can spot the person's type on the basis of what they're writing. In other words, you write a post, I'll read it. If you're a Roger, I'll know it. And everybody can do that. That's not just me being the supreme, sublime being that I am. So check out Mel's Barely Teachable. Sign up with all of these things, by the way. The hell with the low-key approach. Here's a thing I'll suggest. All of the people that you like on our blog world, subscribe to them. Why not? I mean, I ignore all of the notices from everybody, but I go anyway because I like these guys and they're good writers. Let's see, and last but not least, we have a interesting discussion going on the topic of Scots. We all know about what Scots are. If you go back a couple of posts, I've got a discussion started, and I welcome any feedback and input on it. There's an interesting issue of dominance and ranking with Scots vis-a-vis with Clarks that has become a hot topic. So that's enough for now. We're trying to keep these things short. Bye.